grew up in Penang. It's very true. I mean, it's a nice, very friendly place, good food. Many people go down to Penang, especially to eat the food. We have best musicians come from Penang, and included me as one of them. No, no favoritism in the family. I mean, it was one family, that happy-go-lucky kind of family. And my mother, she used to be RTM now. Those days, no TV, only radio. She slowly took up singing, so that made me feel, that I wanted to be one of the siblings who can sing like her. That's how we started things. And Penang was rolling with all kinds of musicians. Made me feel like I needed a band, So we just, all the kids hanging around, and then we started singing according to what my mother taught me those days. We are a very close family, very knitted family. And that's how it got started, I would say. We sort of picked up ourselves, but the guitarist, he had some knowledge about the instruments, and he was guided by some elderly folks who knew the guitar that well, and they just a few doors away, He used to go there and learn, and that's how he picked up the instrument. Like myself, the drums, just sat on it and I could play, just like that. So I would say my mother started the ball rolling in the family. I would say that I played a lot of naughty things, and like truant, a lot. I used to sign my own. Those days, every week you have a report card where your parents were supposed to sign that they have received it. But usually I copy my father's signature and write. And the teacher, oh good, your father saw all the red marks, And so I was just escaping in that sense, because for me, like what you said was very correct, because like school didn't help me. So I was thinking towards myself, no point studying history, geography, it's nothing to do with music, you know. So music became something that I wanted to do. Even the headmasters in the school say, hey, you sing a song, you know, and you can pass the exam. I say, you mad for no way. So that's why I gave up studies and enjoyed music. My parents, they agreed that music is what we can do best. So here I am, musically. I mean, he gave the green light for me to become a musician because I was earning more than what my dad was earning. So he said, son, up to you. You can go. So, and I chose music as my first love. So he had nothing to say, no, you cannot. I want you to be a doctor, a lawyer, or no way. He said, you just carry on whatever you are doing. As long as you're doing it perfectly, right, without stealing somebody's work, fair enough. So here I am. My first performance was outside where I used to stay in Penang, outside the house where all the children got together and we had, sort of a small mini talent time where all the kids and I sang one school song. But I modified it and I won the first prize, which was 10 cents. 10 cents. 2 sweets. Those days, 10 cents was very big. You know, you can go to the sundry shop and buy a lot of things. But I enjoyed this sweet called Trebo sweets. They don't have it now, and you get 2 for 10 cents. That was how my first talent time that I won with all my neighbors. Yes, we were there for 9 years. We were performing in Penang, in a club, in a hotel, where the people from Hong Kong, they came, they heard, and they sort of, hey, why don't you guys come to Hong Kong to perform? So I said, yes, verbally, yes. Don't sign any contract whatsoever. They say yes. Then their men came down and picked us up. That time my drummer and my bassist couldn't go there because they're committed with their children here. So that's when I got two other guys, Chinese guys, to go down to Hong Kong with me, with my brothers, and we just went there and just did our job. So we were spotted by this record label, and they said, hey, since your English songs never worked, I mean, those days people prefer the original than you. Why don't you try in Bahasa? So I was scratching my head. Bahasa. So no problem. Provided you send somebody come and teach me how to sing. We were in Hong Kong, Chinese territory. So we learned a few Chinese songs, and then we have this Naze came down to Hong Kong and helped us sing in Bahasa. And he wrote a few songs, and we never knew that we were that great back home in Malaysia, because we were in Hong Kong supposed to be 1 year contract, but it lasted 9 years, and we were dishing out all these Malay songs. We had Malaysian crew, they came, they listened to us. So only when we came back, we said, wow, the crowd, never seen in my life. The crowd was there. And the TV was suddenly TV, there and interviewing you live. I said, oh my God, this is unbelievable. So we were staying somewhere in Bukit Bintang. We did the show very successful. First time a band came to Malaysia, and 90% of the whole show was in Bahasa, in Malay. 10% was in English, Chinese, Tamil, So the people started, who these guys who were doing music elsewhere in Hong Kong, suddenly, then they saw 3 Chinese fellas, 3 Indian fellas, they don't know how to sing in Malay song. But when we did the concert, it was packed, me and my brother, my late brother, who passed away. So we were singing all these Malay songs. They say, mana boleh. So we proved to them, hey, non-Malays can sing. Okay. So we were accepted not only by the Malays, by every religion. We are a household name until now. The inspiration is nothing to do with us. These are the guys who wrote the songs. A. Ali, Amin Shahab, M. Nazir, Gembara. They wrote most of the hit songs those days. Then we had other writers like Dewey, the late Dewey. he wrote this. He and A. Ali wrote this song, Sampaikan Salam. Wherever we perform, the first song is Sampaikan Salam. Whether you guys remember or not, music, that time was the first series, and we entered the competition with this song, Sampaikan Salam. The song was recorded in Singapore. Usually when we were in Hong Kong, one album, usually we take about 1 week, 2 weeks, the most. But this song, just one song, half an hour, and let's see. And I feel that it has made impact where the audience, they like the song, recording in different language besides English. I mean, the most difficult for me was singing in Bahasa, because it was something new. When the record company said, why don't you guys try and sing in Bahasa? So my late brother, he said, why not try? Try. You see the word try. So that was a difficult moment of our lives. But we honestly don't know that it was very big success in Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia. We never knew. My father used to once in a while just talk, hey, your song on the radio. Say, down the seat. Because we never thought that it was big. Seldom listen to radio, Malay, very seldom. Suddenly it was so big. Then we realized, wow, we are so big. Only when we came back to Malaysia, so we knew that we were so big. When we became famous, we never knew, we never acted like fame, no. Everybody was just minding their own business and things like that. And we got married. Not one of us married I would say most of us got married. I had a Chinese girlfriend. Yeah. And one guy, he got married in Hong Kong and stayed there in Hong Kong. But we still sing in Bahasa. What the school taught us, Bahasa Kebangsaan, not Bahasa Melayu. Well, I mean, my love life is very far ahead because I met my first wife when I was in Hong Kong. She is Danish. She was working in Hong Kong. So I met her in Hong Kong. We got married in Malaysia. That was the first wife. And my two kids, one boy, one girl, they both have 4 among themselves. So I'm grandfather of 4. My son is in the army and he plays very good drums. He's a drummer. And my daughter, she's a good singer, but right now she's working windmill, doing all this windmill in Denmark. I did sacrifice a lot because of the band. This sacrifice, my friends, my loved ones, and my family. I hardly stayed at home because all the time moving. So when you travel with a band, so you consider only the band, nothing else. So you forget your friends, your loved ones, your family. That much I have regretted. Not much difference. It's just like talking to you and the camera, you know. It's not much difference. Provided you can act or you cannot act. And they gave me all simple parts where we hardly had to speak a word. Your job is to act, to wall up somebody. And that's it. And you get paid for walloping people, you know. I mean, right now, without my late brother, I mean, it's difficult. It's difficult because nobody that I know of who can substitute him. But then I promised my late brother that I will keep the flag flying for Alleycats, because that was his last word. I mean, he wanted the band to perform with the orchestra, which we did very successfully. We did 2 shows. I'm sure he was smiling from above, say, hey, that's my dream. I did all that for him. The younger generation, you don't advise them because you cannot advise them because the technology has changed and they are sort of, they know what they are doing. So don't interfere with their lives. Leave them alone. Let them go through hardship and love the country, which is more important than anything that you do right now. Young ones, you guys bring up the music that you love, okay? Thank you. Thank you. Terima kasih.